1, 2, 3, come on!
Hi guys! So welcome back to my channel. And for this vlog, it is requested by one of my students dahil nahihirapan daw silang intindihin tong topic na to. It is all about the polynomial that is a sum or difference of two cubes. So, kung bago ka pa lang sa aking channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Then, press like to my videos. And then, kung mayroon kang questions, suggestion, comments, or gusto mong gawin kong video, just comment down below. So, let's start discussing about this topic. So, those polynomial that is a sum or difference of two cubes are consist of two factors. It is a binomial factor and trinomial factor. It is a pair of binomial and a trinomial factor. Now, how do we factor this type of polynomial? First, you will start with the binomial factor. How do you solve for the binomial factor? It's just that, find the cube roots of the first and the last term. So, hahanapin mo yung any number, variable, that when you multiply by itself 3 times, ang lalabas na solution is the given first term and last term. How about trinomial factor? So, there are 3 steps. I will read it to you. It is first, square the first term of the binomial factor. Second, is the product of the first and the second term of the binomial factor whose sign is opposite that of the given cubes. And the third term is the square of the second term of the binomial factor. Para mas maintindihan, let's proceed to our first example. Okay, so for example, we have a cube plus b cube. So, ang first step is to find for the binomial factor by thinking of the factors of a cube and b cube or the cube root of a cube and b cube. Pag sinabing cube root, you will think of a variable or a number that when you multiplied 3 times, because the exponent is 3, the answer will be a cube and b cube. Ano ba ang pwede nating i-multiply na variables? Of course, it is a. Kasi a times a is equal to a cube. How about b? Of course, it is also b. Kasi b times b is b cube. So, that is the cube root of a cube plus b cube, and then copy the sign of our given polynomial. So, we have now the binomial factor. Now, let's proceed to its trinomial factor. Okay, so for the trinomial factor naman, it's also easy. Let's just follow the steps. So, first step is to square the first term of the binomial factor. So, naka-base na tayo sa ating binomial factor. So, first step is square the first term. So, pag sinabing square, you multiply the given by itself. So, a times a, it is a squared. Correct? To get for the middle term, it's just the product of the first and the last term. And then, its sign is the opposite of the given cubes. So, meaning, a squared, dahil positive yan, ang sign niya ay opposite, kabaliktaran. So, it will be negative. Correct? Then, product of the first and the last, a times b, it is ab. Correct? And, of course, the third term, it is the square of the second term of the binomial factor. Just square this one or you multiply by itself. B times b, it is positive. B is squared. And this is the factor of a cubed plus b cubed. Do you have any questions? Write it down below. Let's proceed to our second example. Okay, so let's have our second example. For our second example, let's have 8x cubed minus 27. By the way, the reference of our lesson is based on the LAS or Learning Activity Sheet of Math 8 prepared by Madam Victoria De Leon from Amungan National High School. And also, ang reference niya is the Mathematics Learners Module Grade 8. And High School Mathematics Concepts and Operations Grade 9. So, thank you po sa ating references. Now, let's continue. So, let's solve 8x cubed minus 27. First, let's have the binomial factor. So, for the binomial factor, of course, ang una mong gagawin is to find the cube root of 8x cubed and 27. Now, think of a number that when you multiplied by itself 3 times, the answer is 8. Correct. It is 2. It is 2 times 2 times 2. The answer is 8. Correct. So, let's write 2. How about x cubed? Correct. It is x. Because if we have x times x times x, x cubed. Then, minus factor ng 27. That when you multiply by itself, the answer is 27. Correct. It is 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3, 27. So, let's write the binomial factor 2x minus 3. If you have any questions, comment down below. Next, let's have now the trinomial. For the trinomial, the first step is to square the first term of the binomial factor. So, tandaan, makabase na tayo sa binomial factor, ha? Square the first term. When we say square, you multiply by itself twice. So, 2x times 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Next, yung sign natin is opposite the sign of the given. So, it will be positive. The middle term, you multiply the first and the second term of the binomial factor. So, 2 times 3 is 6 times x is 6x. And of course, last step or the third term is the square of the second term or last term of this binomial factor. What is the square of 3? It is 9 because of 3 times 3, positive 9. So, the binomial factor and trinomial factor of 8x cubed minus 27 is 2x minus 3 or close and open parentheses 2x minus 3 multiplied to 4x squared plus 6x plus 9. Questions? Madali lang siya, guys. Kailangan lang nating mag-practice and follow natin yung steps in solving polynomial that is the sum or difference of two cubes. So, let's have a last example. So, for our last example, let's have 64 x cubed minus 1. So, let's have 64x cubed minus 1. Sorry guys, nagsaside ako. 64x cubed minus 1. So, first is find the binomial factor. Think of a number that when you multiplied by itself 3 times, the answer is 64. Correct. It is 4. Let's try. 4 times 4, 16. Times 4, it is 64. Correct? And of course, our x cubed, it is x times x times x. It is x cubed. So let's have 4x. How about 1? Of course, it is 1 in itself. And our sign is negative. Let's just copy the sign. Okay? Next, for the trinomial. First, square the first term of the binomial factor. What is the square of 4x? Correct. It is 16x squared. 4 times 4, 16. X times x, 6x squared. Sorry. Then opposite the sign of the given cube. So it will be positive. Then the product of the first and the last term. For the middle term to 4x times 1 is 4x. And for the last term, square the second term of the binomial factor. 1 times 1, it is positive 1. And this is the factor of 64x cubed minus 1. Question po. Kung may question kayo, comment down below. Then, kung may gusto kayong mga videos na gustong ipagawa about sa math, I will try to do my best sa aking mga vacant time, lalo na paggabi, na gawin yun. So, kung wala ng question, so thank you for listening and watching to my vlog. So, next vlog ko siguro magbe-base sa mga questions, suggestion ng mga estudyante ko. So, kung bago ka pa lang sa aking channel, please subscribe and press like. Ayun lang naman. So, take your rest para mayroon kayong time na magsagot bukas. So, ingat and God bless.